board. And let's just make sure. Can you also type in the chat if you see the slideshow presentation? Okay, awesome. Everything is working perfectly. So here we go. So welcome to Travel Chicks, Canada's #1 group travel experts and training institute. The 3 words that we live by is travel, transformation, and inspiration. And you will probably see out there in the world very soon, Travel Chicks is also launching our own podcast, which is really exciting because we want all of our agents to also be involved in this podcast. We want to be reaching even more people outside of our region, which is typically Canada, and have these people join us on these incredible trips that we plan. So you are here because you're exploring a career in travel. I'm curious, who has never worked in the industry before, in the travel industry? Just type me in the comments. Who has always wanted to run a business? Actually, let's type a 1, a 2, and a 3. So who has always wanted to run a business of their own? If that's you, put a 2. And last question, who loves people and travel? Type 3. So you might type 1, 2, 3 for yourself. Maybe you might type 1 and 3. Maybe you're just number 2. I'm curious because I'm recording this right now and I'm going to be reviewing it after we are done. So who the heck am I? If you've never met me before, my name is Melissa Mackey. I am the mom to that little baby that says choose juicy right there in front of the airplane. Her name is Patience Grace. I am the founder of Travel Chicks, which we began operations in September of 2010. I'm also a speaker and author, and I'm a real fire starter. I love lighting fires under people's butts to get them moving in the direction of their dreams. It's something I'm inspired to do and to help others. I mean, I am an experienced sales and leadership professional, and most of all, I love bringing people together to take these epic trips, to do epic events, to do epic retreats. And honestly, I just have such a passion and a heart to teach others how to do the same thing. And it doesn't matter if you have no experience, that's totally fine. But there's something really special when you're able to take somebody's idea and then turn it into a reality, which oftentimes is their dreams. People, save months or even years to take trips. That's one of their dreams. And so to be in this industry and then to watch you start with a client and then finish with a client, like after they've come home from their trip, it's such an incredible, fulfilling feeling, and nothing can compare to it. So by the end of today, you will understand what is needed to run your own travel business. You'll learn how you can make money doing what you love. And then, of course, you'll see what sets Travel Chicks apart from the rest. So why do people use and need travel agents? I got to tell you, I was running the mindset probably in 2012 to 2014. I was running the mindset that travel agents are dead. And I'm going to get into this in a little bit later, but travel agents are not dead. There is so much opportunity, especially right now, to make an incredible amount of money in this industry, but to actually transform an incredible amount of people's lives. So here's the reasons why people need travel agents: expertise, increased value, help sift through the internet, because we know that we can get very easily lost in Google and down a rabbit hole, and it's preventing us from even making a decision to take a trip. You have access 24/7. Top 3 myths about travel. Number 1, travel agents are dead. Everyone books online. So I want to kibosh this myth. because like I just shared, travel agents are not dead. People now, more so than ever before in the past, they need agents. They need somebody to offer their own experience, to offer suggestions, to have somebody to fall on. I cannot even tell you how many times I have heard people, oh, I booked something online and then I had an issue and I couldn't even get it worked out because I couldn't even get through to a human being. And that is like, the personal human connection, I think, is what everyone in the world is really wanting and desiring right now. And the truth is, tons of people do book their travel online, and those are not the clients that we want. Some people love having that control. They love doing the research themselves, and they got time. And I can tell you right now that many people, the number one thing they complain about is there's not enough time. And so that's also where an agent comes into play, because we do all the work for the clients. We help them. We look at places. We refer places. We make suggestions. And so travel agents are not dead. In fact, a lot of the tour operators and wholesalers that we use today in the last 2 years have seen record-breaking growth, primarily coming from travel agents. So that is not true. Number two, you need to go to school to become a travel agent. While some people might tell you this, it could be true, but it's not mandatory. You don't need to go to school and get your travel and tourism certificate in order to work in the travel industry. Number three, travel industry is declining and travel agents will be put out of business moving forward. I think this is the furthest thing from the truth, because I don't know about you, but there's a heck of a lot of people talking about this laptop lifestyle. I can travel the world and do what I, want and love. And many jobs right now are turning to more of a home-based office, which means more people have the flexibility to travel even more. So travel industry is not declining. So I just wanted to debunk these 3 myths, because none of it is true. Now, my question to you, or statement to you, is I want you to think about why you love travel. Like, what excites you when you think of travel? And so there's a really cool video online on YouTube, and the guy's name is Simon Sinek. You might have seen this. It's a video called Start With Why. Now, I don't care what industry you're in right now. I don't care what you do. But he really eloquently puts, why do we do the things we do in life? And I know for myself, why do I do what I do? One of the biggest reasons, well, number one, right now, I'm a single or solo parent of a toddler. And that kid is 3.5 years old. She already has 10 countries stamped on her passport, which I think is pretty incredible. And so being a single parent myself, the biggest thing I see is that so many people with kids say, oh yes, once the kids are older, then we can travel. And so my why of why I do what I do, so being involved in the travel industry, is to actually blaze a trail for what's possible for others. So your job doesn't need to limit you to travel. Your kids don't need to limit you. It's all about getting creative and asking yourself how can I make this happen? And so why do you love travel? Why would you like to get into the travel industry? Did you never travel as a child or growing up, and now it's something that you're just super passionate about? Or do you love helping people in a way that has the ability to transform their mind and transform the way they think? There's an ultimate why of why you want to do what you do. And so I really want to invite you, what drew you to this training today? Now, what do you need to be successful? You definitely need an eagerness and a willingness to learn. Even myself, I've been in, so a little backstory about me, 2006, I became a travel agent with a company called Flight Center, and I was just a travel agent, and then I climbed up to assistant manager within 3 months, and then by 6 months, I was running the most the sixth most profitable store in all of Canada. So I climbed the corporate ladder rather quickly. And then I went on to open another store in Calgary. And it really taught me what it takes to run a business. And I hired people, I fired people, I trained people, I did all the back end accounting. So I really learned all the things that you need to be successful in running a business. And this is one of the biggest downfalls I see with agents today, is that they don't know how to run a business, which is fine because that's why I'm here. I've been doing this now. It'll be going on 14 years in the travel industry. And inside that 14 years, I've also had the opportunity to run events all over the world, to speak all over the world, to coach individual life coaching clients as well as business coaching clients. And so I have such a wealth of knowledge that I want to share with others to grow. And so eagerness and willingness to learn is hands down extremely important. You must be resourceful. Obviously, you must love travel. You must pay attention to detail, and you must be open to being seen on social media. I cannot stress this social media aspect enough. If you think about it, when somebody wants to take a trip, what do? Go to the library to read a book? No. They go onto Google and they start researching. They go onto Facebook. They want to look at pictures. They want to see what other people have to say about this place. So social media is like one of the top priorities, especially in this industry. And I know that this job is not for everybody. And I know that some of the agents who have applied to work with us, I had to decline because they had some privacy issues with security and seeing their face online. So this job is definitely not for you if that's you. You must have a passion for helping people and, of course, continuously learning all the time. And so my big goal with Travel Chicks right now, there's myself plus 5 other agents who I would say are doing it on a part-time basis, which is fine. Obviously, there's a lot more opportunity when you take this, I guess, into like a full-time sort of career decision. And with what we have planned in the future, we really, all of us will be working as a team. And so we'll blast out something on social media and we'll all do it at the same time. So we start creating a lot of momentum and generating all this buzz about what's going on. And we're all doing this as a team. So how do you make money? That's the ultimate $1 million question. How do you make money? So the long and short of it is you earn commission. So this is a 100% based, commission-based job. I know for many, it freaks the living daylights out of you because a lot of us might be used to having a steady, secure 9-to-5 job where we know how much we're going to get paid. What I can tell you is that if I can do this, and I'm a single mom. I have 2 properties that I'm paying everything for. I don't have any extra help from my daughter's father. So it's me doing everything. If I can do this and I can make a living at it, you can too. I don't care what your situation is. Like for me, seeing what I've been able to do, I mean, when my kid was 9 months old, I didn't even have childcare full time. When she was 9 months old, I ran a conference in Bali on the other side of the world for 150 women from all parts of the globe. If I can do that, you can do this. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So the biggest thing is you earn commission. You earn commission on tours that you book, on packages that you book, on different hotels. Like everything that you sell in the travel industry, you earn commission. With a caveat, most air-only flights, you don't earn commission, just FYI. You earn commission on travel insurance, which is a biggie. You earn a commission or you earn money through charging a markup or booking fee. You earn commission on cruises, on pre-packaged vacations. You also, once you become part of Travel Chicks, based on the revenue that is generated, there's kickbacks in the back end. So you might get maybe a free room, or you might get upgrades, or based on X number of revenue that is brought in, you get kickbacks, cash kickbacks based on that. So there is tons of opportunity. The biggest piece for this job, like I said before, is social media, but it's also getting creative. Like, what can you create in the marketplace that sets you apart from everybody else? And that's why I'm excited to bring on new agents for this fresh new perspective on how to live life, how to work on your terms, and how to create the flexibility and freedom that many of us desire in our life. Characteristics of a successful agent. You must operate this as a business, not just a hobby. Like, you'll come in today and you might work on some stuff, and then, you'll do some stuff for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then maybe on Friday you might check some more stuff. Anything. I don't care what business you have. It takes time. It takes resources. It takes money. It takes all of these things to be successful. Like, you can't just expect to be a super successful agent when you're looking and applying what you learn on a Monday and then not looking at it again till, Friday or Sunday. Like, it has to be a consistent business that you're really treating as if it's your gold, because this really could be your golden goose that you've been looking for. And obviously a golden goose keeps feeding and breeding all of these eggs. So, characteristics: training on business, marketing, and follow-up. So like I shared before, my experience as a life coach, a business coach, running my own business, hiring, firing, training, I have done so much, and I love teaching what works. And if you apply what I teach, you will be successful. I know a lot of people don't enjoy applying what they learn, and oftentimes that's why they're not experiencing the results that they want. Because essentially this is like your own little business, even though you're under the Travel Chicks brand. We do a lot of stuff marketing wise on our end, but a lot of this is like your brand new business, a business that really is set up for you and it's ready to go out into the world. You must surround yourself by positive people and keep on continuing to learn. Even I, being in the industry almost 14 years, I don't even know all this stuff. And that's 14 years of being in the industry. And of course, the big thing is you got to take action and you got to implement. Why do I love travel? I've kind of talked about this a little bit before, but I believe you learn so much about yourself, about your family, about other people's cultures, and the world when you travel. I help make people's dreams come true. I get to travel for super discounts and sometimes even free. Like this Sunday, I'll leave for Mexico for a week, and all it's costing me to stay in 5-star places is $200 for my air. And this is available once you're in the travel industry. I can't even count how many trips I've been on that have been, all I've had to pay for is the flight. And with the direction that Travel Chicks is going, there is going to be so many more opportunities opening up for you to travel, to talk about it, and then to share it on social media. And of course, it's a job I love, and I can bring my daughter with me too. I can work as much as I want or as little as I want, and I have the freedom to just pick up and go when I please. Travel Chicks brand is growing. We have these beautiful little signs that when we do our group trips, we have our clients post pictures in different destinations. And obviously, it's creating buzz everywhere because it's catchy. People remember the logo, and we're having these people take the pictures in all these places. And then so other people are like, oh, what's Travel Chicks? What are you guys all about? And with what we have in the works for 2020, there's a lot of opportunity because we're really focused on helping solo females find friends to take these group trips with. So there's opportunities for you to start going on these trips as well and be like the team leader of these trips, which is a lot of fun. So one of the things, because Travel Chicks focuses highly on groups, because here's the thing, we can still book, family all-inclusives or 2 people down to Mexico for a week all-inclusive. We can still book that stuff, but our big focus is groups. And so it's starting to get your mind moving. What groups and associations or networks do you belong to? Because if you see this as a fit for you, for whatever it is that whatever journey you're on in your life right now, if you see this opportunity to work as an agent under Travel Chicks, if you see this in your near future, reaching out to the groups, associations, and networks that you already belong to could be the very thing that's going to take your career and shoot it straight up right from the get-go. I know Jennifer in Calgary, when she started with Travel Chicks, she started in December of 2017. So she didn't really get started until January of 2018. And she did 2 groups. No, she did 3 groups that year in 2017 or 2018. And then just this January, so only 1 year later, she just booked 55 people to Cuba. Like, that was a $10,000 commission booking. So here's the thing with travel. It doesn't matter what the economy is doing. People will still find money to travel. And that mindset that I shared with you in the beginning of how I was running, like travel agents are dead, there's no money to be made. Of course, in my reality, that was true. But what you're looking at right now is the absolute truth. It does not matter what the economy is doing. People will still find money to travel. If you're marketing it properly and you're using the correct verbiage and the way that your perceived client talks, it's a no-brainer. As soon as you post a trip, they want to say yes because it's you. It's like people don't want to buy what you're selling, they want to buy you. So I wanted to show you this slide because I did some research for Grant McEwen in Edmonton for their travel and tourism course. So this is their tuition. So tuition for 2018 and 2019, which is this year, was $402. Books and supplies, $48. And then when you continue on, course material and fees, so there's all these things. So the total estimated tuition and fees for one term is $724. So one term is one course. And in their travel and tourism certificate diploma, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You need 20 courses, which do that number, do that math. 724 times 20 courses, that's like $14,000 just to get your tourism and travel certificate. All of these things that you see here, I teach you when you come on board. I teach you how to use our backend system. I teach you how to when you have a client come in, what questions do you need to ask? What information do you need to get from the client? And then how do you start researching what it is they're looking for? I talk about travel products and services. I talk about insurance. I talk about how to invoice your clients. I teach you everything. So that's like kind of the product training. And then I teach you how to run your own business, and I teach you social media strategy. And here's the thing, all the stuff I teach, I do. So I know that it works. And all my agents who apply this stuff, they've started seeing bookings come in the door and clients turn from leads and generation, lead generation into actual booking clients. So Travel Chicks is considered a host agency. This is really just thinking about your support system. So not anybody can just say, okay, I want to start my own business and I want to start selling travel and doing all these groups. It's illegal. You cannot do that. You need certification from IATA. and you need to be a part of a host agency. And I know out there in the world, there's tons of host agencies that people can choose from, which is amazing. Because you can see what fits with you and what doesn't fit. What's the benefit of a host agency? You get increased commissions, you get access to promotions and marketing tools, plus training and self-study videos. When you become a part of Travel Chicks, you have access to over 300 pre-recorded videos that teach you, oh my goodness, so much stuff about travel. You get invitations for more education trainings. You get FAM trips, which is the trip that I'm going on Sunday. FAM trip is a familiarization trip. So that's where a hotel will invite you to go experience their product. And I'll get into this a little bit later, but there's a lot of people who don't live in Alberta but want to be part of Travel Chicks, so they can come on board as an ambassador. I have an ambassador in Ontario right now who is also like my marketing manager, and she's started a Travel Chicks blog for us, which is going to grow the business even more. She just applied for 3 press trips, which are like a FAM trip, and she got approved for every single one. So she's getting to go view a bunch of Christmas markets in Quebec, Quebec City, Montreal, Ontario, and it's incredible. And so she's going to go experience this, take videos so that she can then share it on social media and do a blog write-up about this. And this is available to you too. You also get errors and omissions insurance, which protects you from mistakes, any mistakes that are made by the agent. It does have a $1,000 deductible. And then, of course, you also get to sell travel insurance, which is a huge moneymaker in the travel industry. So, like I shared before, there are tons of host agencies. The biggest problem I see and hear from other travel agents who I meet all over the world, because I also do training for travel agents all across North America, the biggest problem I hear from them is that many agents are frustrated because they experience overwhelm and they have little support. Many agents are not taught how to run a business. Many agents focus too much on product training instead of like real life social media and using your God-given talents. Your talents play a major role in your success of whatever it is that you're going to do in life. And so that's why I really truly believe that you must becoming an agent in the travel industry. It's not so much about, oh, I need to be a Mexico specialist and learn about this hotel and that destination. Those are all great info products, I guess, that you could learn. But I would be more concerned about teaching you how to be running your own business with real life practical tools right now that you can take, you can apply, and then you can start seeing results, because your confidence will grow as soon as you start booking clients. Problem with too many agents is that they sign up with a host agency, they start watching all their videos. They don't really have any one-to-one mentorship with anybody because the host agency, they just don't do that. And so that's something that I pride myself on, is that I want every single agent that comes on board to be successful. And right now, I know with the growth that we are expecting in the next few years, we need a strong team of people, because we can be creating a lot of fun stuff together, and we can serve more people when more of us have like one shared vision, one kind of common goal. And of course, we're working all together. I kind of already talked about this. What makes Travel Chicks different? We get our members involved. We're active on social media, and we're all about sharing. So prior to having this little baby, I made it my mission in 2013. I wanted to take a vacation a month, and I had a meetup travel group in Calgary, because I was based in Calgary. Now I'm in Edmonton. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have a meetup group, and I'm going to talk about my past travel experiences, which, by the way, we love having our members, so our travel community members, talk about their trips, because everybody has a different perspective and outlook on certain places that they've been. And so that's one of the cool things that we do. and we love having others share about their travel trips. So I would host these meetups, and then I would say, okay, next month we're going to go to Jamaica, or we're going to go to Barbados, or we're going to go to Fiji. Do you want to come? And I would have like 10 people sign up with me. And so it really happened. I took a vacation a month. So I made commission on each of these trips. Sometimes I would even travel for free, because when you're booking group trips, which is another huge bonus, there's group benefits or group savings. And so sometimes it's like you book 10 people and the 11th person is free. So a lot of times I would be traveling for free, I would be making money, and of course I would have so much fun because we're traveling to all these cool places. This was Jamaica. This was the Bali trip I did. This was in Turks and Caicos. This was Bali or Thailand. This was Fiji. This down here was Costa Rica. Like we've traveled so many places, and we're excited. We're excited for all the new trips that we have planned for next year. So now my mission is to unite others to experience travel, because now I have a baby. So it's a little bit harder for me to travel every single month, even though I want to. I don't know what's going to happen for 2020. It may become true, but now it's my mission to unite others to experience travel and to train people just like you. Because at the end of the day, you know what? So many people are doing a job that they don't like, but they're doing it for the money. And I can tell you that these people are laying their heads down at night and they're just feeling such a sense of lack of fulfillment. They're feeling unhappy. They're not feeling like, ignited about life. And so now I'm making it my mission to help people get into the travel industry that really have a huge passion for people and transforming lives using travel as the platform. And of course, I want to show my daughter what's possible when you follow your dreams. Because I can tell you, this journey of running my own business since 2010, like I said, I was running the mindset that travel agents are dead and I didn't want to do travel. I just had clients continually booking because they've been booking with me for years, but I really didn't care about travel. And then now it's like I got this new spark in me, and I can see how well the solo travel industry is doing. And by the way, we're looking at putting on a massive solo travel summit in April, at the middle of April or end of April next year, which is going to attract a lot of attention. I had a meeting with a guy from the airport yesterday, and yeah, there's a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline. So that's the biggest thing, is that nobody is focusing on solo or single travel to the extent that we are. And we really are Canada's #1 group travel experts. And you could be a part of this. These here are just some of our meetup pictures. So once a month in Calgary and Edmonton, we host our meetups, which are travel talks. And you would have access to this as well. And the more meetups that we are doing, I physically can't do more than one a month, just because it's not in my time restriction or whatever. But the more meetups that we're doing, the more opportunity for people to say yes to book travel with you. Our big goal is to become the agency that the industry is talking about everywhere, using the power of social media. It's a really exciting time to be in the travel industry because the numbers are speaking for themselves. If you Google money spent on travel in Canada, money spent on travel in, different countries, it's astounding how much money is spent on travel every single year, and it's only going to grow. So there's also a vast array of marketing programs, educational events, and networking opportunities created specifically designed for you, the agent. So the question is, what's involved in becoming a travel chick? You must have traveled outside of Canada before. This isn't a deal breaker, but it would just help if you've traveled outside of Canada. You must have at least 5 years of admin or sales experience. You must be willing to do social media marketing, including videos. This is a no-brainer. I had to let go of 4 people in this last year because they were trying to tell me that I focus too much on social media, not enough on product training. And if you want to be successful in this business, social media is where it's at. You cannot deny it. I do so much research and training every single week on social media so that I can try and be on top of what's coming next. You must be motivated, self-starter, and an eager beaver. You must love helping others and be coachable. And of course, you must live in Alberta. What does Travel Chicks offer for you? Like I said before, there's so much stuff. Like you get training modules, which is self-study, and those are access to like 300 different training videos. We do monthly training and a live Q&A. So when you come on board, we go through a 6-week online training. And depending on where you live, we can do it in person as well. But typically they're done just via Zoom. And so I walk you through every scenario, how to use the programs, what to do. We make sure all your logins are working. And that's a 6-week training program. There's mixers, events, networking, industry training programs, specialist programs, those FAM trips. You get access to discounted conferences, of course, the big one, discounted travel, and sometimes free travel. The commission is uncapped. You can earn as much as you want. It's a turnkey business. So the beauty about this is if you've ever thought about running your own business, but you don't even know where to start, you don't even know what to do, you don't even know, what computer programs to use. This is already all done for you. Like everything is set up. So it really is a turnkey business, and you choose the hours that you want to work. You get errors and omissions, liability insurance, and of course, technical support for our different suppliers. And the numbers really, they don't lie. People spend thousands of dollars to take travel and tourism courses at schools like Nate and SAIT, just like that slide before. It's insane. So it's just like, okay, why are you interested in travel? Why would you love to do a job like this? Just imagine all the places, the people, the possibilities available to you once you get involved in the travel industry. I'm telling you, I have tried to exit this industry so many times, and the truth is, I can't. I never will. I can get creative, and as I shared before, I love speaking. I'm going to be speaking at more travel agent conferences just because I love it. I'm speaking at an event in Vancouver, in Toronto for 1,000 agents, or in Vancouver in February. That has like 1,000 agents, and in Toronto in June. So it's like I'm combining all my skills. And so if you were to think about what am I really good at? What is my gifts? What are my talents? And would this fit into the travel industry, and how would it fit? And if you're not sure, send me an email and say, hey, Melissa, I'm really good at XYZ. How do you think this could be incorporated into running a business in the travel world? Because seriously, there is nothing that would make me more happy than seeing an agent go from brand new in the travel industry to a 6-figure agent in a year. And it's very possible. And I mean, of course, it takes time and work and effort being put into that, but there would be nothing more fulfilling than watching that growth in agents that come on board. We haven't done that yet because, like I shared, the agents we do have right now are more part-time basis. So like any business, you get what you put in. To become a travel chick and have access to all the training, the tools, unlimited commission potential, and the industry events and mixers, of course, there is an investment. And so the ultimate thing is, if freedom, flexibility, and unlimited earning potential interests you, and you're ready to join a team inside of flying solo in business, it requires time, resources, and money. Now, I just wanted to give you some examples of commissions. So we have, for example, we have an event coming up on October 7th, and it's all about river cruising. Now, river cruises, we earn with AMA Waterways. We earn 18%. So I want to pull up this. So if the average cruise is $3,000 times 18%, that is $540 per person. And you're always selling a cabin of 2 people on river cruises. So right there, that's earning $1,080. That's not to mention if the supplier has any little extra added bonuses, but you have travel insurance on top of that. You then have pre-hotels. So the clients may book a river cruise, but they arrive 2 nights early. So let's just say maybe you earn an additional $600 in commission. So off one booking of 2 people, you could earn $1,600. It's insane. The money is there. The numbers don't lie. There is opportunity. I just want to go back. All-inclusive packages, they're a bit lower. They're only earning 7% commission, for example. But you know what? It takes 5 minutes to book. G Adventures, which is another huge tour operator, they pay 15 to 18% commission. On the go tours, 15. Air Canada Vacations, 10%. So these are just some of the examples of commissions you earn. So what does that look like? Well, I just kind of gave this example. Book 5 people on a river cruise at $2,000 each, less the taxes of $300. So that's approximately $1,700 times 18% commission is $306 times 5 people. That's $1,500 in commission. Don't live in Alberta, but you want to join our trips or travel for reduced rates or even free. This is where you could become a Travel Chicks ambassador in your area. So there's a small investment for this, but the reason why we do the investment is because we give templates on how to run your own meetup groups and start building your travel community in your area. And then, of course, we link up with the trips that we have going for this ambassador to join as a leader at a discounted price. So that's another way if you don't live in Alberta, or if you have somebody, maybe you have a friend in Winnipeg, for example, that loves to travel, perhaps they might want to be involved as a Travel Chicks ambassador. So if you think about it, one group booked, your investment will pay for itself. I want to, so what's the investment? This is what I wanted to get to. So it's $8.99 plus GST. It's a one-time fee. And then every year after that, it's $199. And honestly, most of that money just goes to setting you all up. It goes to creating the email, because there's fees to all of this stuff. Errors and emissions insurance, which is a big one. The applications, the software system, the accessibility. It doesn't matter what business you're in, like you have to pay a startup fee. And so that's what is the investment. It's $8.99. And so if I went back to this slide, one group booked and your investment will pay for itself. Even if you booked, say, 10 people on an all-inclusive trip, that one trip could pay for your investment itself. That is just talking about ambassadors. So what do you really want your future to look like? What do you want it to be like? What is important to you? What does support look like to you? What is your dreams? What is your vision? And can you do that alone? That's the ultimate question. Now, the second piece of becoming an agent, you have a choice of how you want to be paid, because you can earn 80% commission or you can earn 70% commission. And I know that these are higher than industry standard levels. A lot of host agencies only pay 60% and 70% commission. And you'll notice that it says $35 a month and $50 a month. So these monthly fees are just for like running the business softwares, because based on how many agents we have, we get increased costs for our monthly fees. So if you are just wanting to start out at 70% commission, you would have to pay $35 a month. And that is on top of the initial investment fee, just FYI. I won't get into too much detail with this because I just don't want to confuse you. And ultimately, the more you book, the more you make. There's no minimum sales amount necessary, and there's no previous travel agent experience necessary. I am committed to helping you get your Facebook up and running, your Instagram up and running, your social media scheduling tool up and running. And if you have no social media training, that's okay, because I will walk you through. And I want to see whoever comes on board, I want to see you succeed, because I have no problem generating business. And the direction that we're going, I don't have enough hands to handle what's coming in. So there's huge opportunity. And you know, they always say, when opportunity comes knocking, do you answer the door, or do you say now is not a good time? And so the ultimate question is, when is a good time? Because I've heard friends of mine say, oh, we're not ready to have a baby yet. Hi, I have a baby. I don't think any of us are ever ready. So if this interests you, you can apply at that link. It's bit.ly or bit.ly/travelchicksapply. And so the thing is, I will, as long as you registered, which obviously if you are on, if you're on this Zoom right now, you've registered. So I'll be sending this out as a replay, and you'll also get a copy of the slides. And that's really, let me just make sure, that's really it. That's it in a nutshell. I know I kind of went through a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. So I'm going to stop sharing. So I want to see Edmonton, no, yes, want to run our own business, wants to do all of it. 1, 2, 3. So my question to you is, do you have any questions? Do you have anything that I can answer that I didn't go through on this call? I'm going to unmute. Jamie, you are very welcome. Does anybody? I'm going to unmute everyone. If you have a question. If you have a question, next to your name, it should say unmute. Yeah, I guess if nobody has any questions, that's good. If you think this is something that you can see yourself doing, if you have questions but you just didn't want to ask in here inside the chat, that's totally cool too. Send me an email, melissa@travelchicks.ca. I'll type that in the chat for you. And melissa@travelchicks.ca. Could I get that link again? I am definitely interested. Yep. Rosalie, does that link show in the chat if you look up a little bit? Oh, no? That's kind of weird. Okay. Oh, because I sent it privately. Okay. You learn something new every day. Okay, tell me now. Did it work there? Oh, good. Wonderful. Okay, let me just make sure. Could I get that link again? I am interested. Thank you. Okay, so I think, is everyone good? Let me just see. Oh, and I see Monica's on here. Thank you, Monica. Monica has actually taken some of our trips, and she is just an incredible wealth of knowledge. Thank you, Monica, for being here. Okay. Okay, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking this 50 minutes to spend with me and learn about Travel Chicks. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future has in store, and whatever you decide is what is meant to happen. So have a wonderful rest of the week, and adios.